Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley spent 2 hours in South Trinidad last week talking to a crowd gathered at the Skiffle Bunchpan Theatre in San Fernando. While he responded to questions from those gathered at the Panyard and those viewing online, Dr. Rowley highlighted one of the key issues driving government's diversity thrust.
We pay subsidies on a number of expenditure items which are really for you, the citizen, but the government pays the bill. $1 billion on fuel still. Notwithstanding what you've been hearing from some union leaders, we still carry $1 billion in subsidy on fuel.
The Prime Minister pointed to another area of significant expenditure.
Water is heavily subsidized because that plant in Point Lisas, where we move from our own water to desal water, has bankrupted WASA.
Dr. Rowley noted local electricity rates are the lowest in the world.
TNTech, your electricity bills are still about the cheapest in the world. And of course, your hospital care is free, and your schools are largely free except at the university where a contribution is made at the highest level.
However, the utility company is not without its challenges. In a recent television interview, Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez addressed the utility company's multi-billion-dollar debt.
TNTech is trying its best to liquidate that debt owed to the national gas company. Of course, TNTech is in no financial position to be able to liquidate that debt on its own with current rates and revenues that it receives as a result of the rates that it has to charge, that it is legally empowered to charge by the RIC.
As expected, the closure of the Point-A-Pierre Refinery also came up at the conversations with the PM in South Trinidad.
We have no plan as a government to go back into the refining business because the reason for coming out has not changed. We don't have a supply of oil to make the refining a business that we should be in.
While the Prime Minister continues to indicate oil and gas remains the center of this country's economic development, he also indicates economic diversification is needed. I am Terry Ann Brown Campbell, and this is Evolving Energy.